Hi everyone, I'm Anamika and this video is about discipline. I have learned that discipline is one of the most important thing in life. It is not about being strict or perfect all the time, but it is about being consistent, keeping promises to yourself and staying in control of your actions. So in this video I will be sharing 10 lessons which I have learned along my journey regarding discipline. So, first lesson which I have learned about discipline is make some kind of progress every single day. It is very simple but incredibly very powerful. When you feel motivated, you do a lot, but when you feel demotivated, you might barely move forward. So, what is important that you do not break the chain, you take action from your side and you're doing your part. And over the period of time, every tiny efforts get compounded into something bigger. The second lesson is never lose control of your emotions. It is easy to manage your emotions when things are in your control, when things are going in your way. But the true test of discipline comes when you are frustrated, when you are angry, and the situation is chaotic. So it is very important to manage your emotions. See, discipline is not about controlling your emotions or controlling your actions. It is about taking the right decision that time as well. So it is very important to take a pause, understand how do you want to show up, and then choose wisely. Third lesson which I have learned about discipline is to focus on what is in your control. See, a lot of anxiety and stress comes from thinking about managing those situations which are beyond our control, which are not in our hands. You cannot control outcomes, you cannot control unexpected situations, you cannot control people's opinions, but you can control your own actions, your effort, and the way you respond. So, when you shift your energy towards what is in your control, you feel more grounded and more relaxed. The fourth lesson about discipline is to truly know your weakness because you can't improve what you're not aware of. A lot of times it feels uncomfortable, but that is where true growth begins. The fifth lesson which I have learned about discipline is to remove temptations from your environment because relying on willpower is not enough. When distractions are out of sight, it becomes very easy to focus. लेकिन जब distractions हमारे आसपास होते हैं तो we feel like not focused. For example, if you're studying and your distraction is a phone, तो ऐसे situation में keeping phone out of sight या फिर notifications बंद करना will help you. So discipline becomes easy when your environment supports you. The sixth lesson which I have learned about discipline is to set clear goals and have an execution plan because no discipline comes without targets. You will have to be very clear about what are your targets, what are your actions, and you must have an execution plan. So it becomes very easy to be disciplined when you have clear targets. The seventh lesson is to build your momentum. See, momentum builds confidence and confidence builds discipline. So, for example, if you are not in a mood to do workout for 45 minutes, then just do for 5 minutes, right? And that will create confidence. And next day, you will feel like to do workout for 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So, it is very important to stay in the motion. The eighth lesson is to do less and reflect more. It is very easy to fill your day with tasks, but without reflection, you might be moving in the wrong direction. Reflection helps you to understand what worked out, what didn't, where you need to do adjustments, and this small habit of reflection sharpens your focus and makes your efforts more meaningful. The ninth lesson about discipline is to do hard things. See, true growth happens only after that when we step out of our comfort zone. And discipline is built in those moments when we choose to do those things which feels uncomfortable instead of easy. Tenth lesson about discipline is to think long term and be deadline driven. because deadlines create a sense of urgency and also reduces procrastination. So when you work with deadlines, you feel more motivated and also moving forward every day.